Hey guys, Fuchsia here. So today, the deck I'm going to play is something that a lot of people think is kind of broken, which is Rite Shadowcraft. Now, this deck basically just creates huge boards using Milteo and this card, which everybody thinks is super broken, Clustered Sarkistan. So you play it turn 2 and you can basically make a huge board turn 5 while removing something. And also proccing Burial Rite, so you can also summon a Lich for free by invoking Conquering Dreadlord, and it's just super strong. It's even if you don't proc the combo, there's a lot of things you can do with this deck, including just killing them with Hades. So yeah, I'm using a bit of a budget version of this deck. So there's a few other versions which run Rockstar and also Lara's, and sometimes those versions are better, but I feel like even just this version is enough. I got a lot of wins with this, and it's a lot cheaper, so that's why I'm going with this. But yeah guys, even with this cheaper version, it's a bit broken. You'll see. Okay, so the first match I wanted to showcase was against Swordcraft, one of the other top decks in the meta. So Swordcraft was nerfed recently, and the nerfs are a bit relevant, but they're still strong, especially Evolution Swordcraft. But the Rally Sword is kinda strong too. So we draw our key card here, Clustered Sarkistan. He's basically you always play him turn 2 even when you're going like second against Sword, because he's just so good. So first, Demonic Procession, of course, just to up that Burial Rite count, so we can summon a Lich for free later. And then always play this turn 2 unless you're really dying. They play 2 11 Beastmasters. I just play the fighting Jiangshi. Some people don't run her, some people do. I find her really useful for the shadows, and sometimes when she's reanimated, she's really nice too because she's a free rush. I guess I didn't want to trade both of their followers in, so they just go face, which gives me a chance to do this. Basically deny their Kagami to any stats by trading into the board completely, and also healing myself. Drawing in the stack is actually really important because it just accelerates your Grimoire turns, your Grimoire proc. You know, same deal with with last expansion's Turbo Hades. The more you draw and the more you make shadows, the faster you can proc Grimoire, and that's good. Now here we will see the power of this card of Clustered Sarkistan. So ideally, you would have the lovers here, Milteo, but I didn't have her, so I just did this. Just removed the samurai with the removal, and that procs that. And then the 6/6 isn't a problem, because I just kill it. And I have a 7/7 ward, and I heal for 3. Now, if that isn't crazy, I don't know what is. I was thinking of sacrificing him, but in the end, they even sacrificed the Diamond Paladin. Well, not sacrificed, they use it just on one follower. Not really a great turn for them. Now here's where the nerfs are relevant. Honorable Thief used to be a 4/4 on Evolve because he used to be a 2/2. Not because he's a 4/3. He can be removed by cards like this. So I think the nerfs are relevant. I'm not sure if it's exactly what the meta needs, considering like decks like this, like Burial Rite Shadow, are just as strong as Rally Sword in my opinion. And here we see the Lich combo. And the Lich isn't great on turn 8, But the good thing about not being that great is that you can use him for barrier fodder without much fuss. Now I have a huge board. Of course, they're at rally 7 already. And you can see them just try and remove this board as much as possible. Or at least remove the biggest follower. And in the end, they left 7 damage on the table. And our Fioran just invokes in. And as you can see, our Gremry is already procced. So this is a crazy turn actually. Look at this. This is the power of Burial Rite Shadow. Like even without Milteo, look at this. Look at this board. I barely did anything to get this board. Of course, they still try to they didn't give up because this board, even though it's super scary, in the right circumstances, I guess you can remove it safely. In the end, they decide to just leave the liches. Just try to remove everything else as best as they can and leave some threats on board. Which is wise, I think. But look at our shadow count, it's 24, and Gremry is active. There's only one thing to do. Play a Necromancy card. Doesn't reduce our shadows, and then just this. And we still have our liches. Now, one thing you have to keep in mind against Sword is you have to always keep track of their Evo numbers. In this case, they have 7, so they would have 14 damage on me. So, knowing that, I didn't really think much about it because they can't OTK me. But I could kill them now just by playing the second Hades. So, there you go. Against Rally Sword, still great. Can dominate. Okay, so here's another matchup that's with a top tier deck right now. It's against Runecraft. So Runecraft right now is composed of 2 archetypes, Earthright Runecraft and also Item Shop Runecraft. Now for Item Shop Runecraft, it's a bit difficult. You have to create a big spike turn, or else you have to run Chanteuse, the 3/2/2. Unfortunately, I don't run her in this variant, just because I'm not looking for Item Shop deliberately. Like I don't face that many on ladder. But if you can see, this is a dirt rune, just because they play that amulet. Now here's the problem with decks like this too. When you draw your invocation cards, it feels kinda bad. In this case though, Fioran doesn't feel as bad being drawn into because you can always resurrect her with Milteo. But drawing the Dreadlord is always bad. He ends up mostly being just Burial Rite fodder. Either way though, they create a menacing board turn 3, so I just play my biggest stat follower. And in the end, they didn't care and just went face. And in the end, I use Fioran for full cost because she can 2 for 1, and I can trade to Jiangxi, so remove their whole board. Make sure to kill the zombie last, so that they still lose an Earth Sigil here. In total, they lost 2 Earth Sigils for nothing. That's very important, limiting their Earth Sigil count for Rune. And here they go with Earth Sorceress. Prioritizing draw, knowing that you can't trade it and have it die to play something else. Actually, Dirt board locks themselves like this a lot of times. But yeah, it makes it super fun for us because we can do something like this. Basically, make an entire huge board like this. Just look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Turn 5, this kind of board. Of course, they can kinda clear it, with the virtual magician. But of course that procs all of these last words. And it doesn't even kill all of them, it only kills 2 of them. So yeah, really strong board from Shadow on early turns. In the end, they try to deny me draw and just leave the lovers alone, which is basically free for damage. Here I just play the Sarcophagus Wraith, just because playing it on 6 guarantees you a board when one of these dies, and they will probably kill one of these. So it just gives you extra shadows and extra board presence that they have to deal with, or you can just basically attack their face with next turn. On top of that, this also helps the Hades game plan by drawing and giving shadows. So yeah, basically what their plan is to OTK me with Dark Mage, and they're at 7. They will be a lot higher soon, but we can still keep attacking them. Here I didn't really know what to do that's great, so you know what, I just went for it. I just tried to make the best board I could make, and in the end I got this. Not sure if I played Legendary. I played it just because it can't be targeted, so it's a lot more effective against Runecraft. And then of course Fioran just makes everything stronger. This card is so strong, I'm not sure if it'll be nerfed, but I wouldn't be surprised. Adamantine Golem is also pretty strong, and in this case they make pretty good wards and some witch snaps. But as you can see, they will have trouble dealing with this legendary skeleton without an Evo. I don't know if they have any rush followers, but a lot of their removal are targeted, so it's not really that much of a problem. And then I just play the Fleeting Joy just to avoid being killed by Dark Mage. Fleeting Joy, very important in this matchup because of Dark Mage. As you can see, because of their golem, it's 13 amulets, 13 earth sigils destroyed. So it's kind of scary. And here they just increase the amount of earth sigils destroyed. Just playing another golem. Kind of lucky actually. Well, I suppose it's not luck, it's that they have 20 or less cards already. But yeah, look at this, they can't kill my skeleton. Either way though, I just play Miltail. Awesome card, kills everything, deals 5 damage to them. And at this point they could play Dark Mage, but Dark Mage is at 17, I'm at 18, they have to deal 1 damage to me. And they couldn't. So they decided to just Verdict Ritual and try to chip my damage down so that they could win next turn. What they don't know is that I have another Friends Forever in my hand, so that's not gonna happen. Either way though, they're filling their board up with dirt again. It's so easy to fill your deck with dirt nowadays. I guess that's one of the reasons Dirtune is pretty popular and pretty strong. Either way though, I try to maximize my play points here and just use Friends Forever. It heals me too, and it prevents Dark Mage lethal. And Fear and buffs. Another pretty great board, but immediately destroyed. Amulet is pretty cool. Actually, I haven't played Dirtune in this expansion. Maybe I will in the next video. Comment down below if you guys want to see that, because it seems kind of fun, but I don't have a lot of the legendaries. Anyways, they board lock themselves, of course. And our Grim reactivates. So yeah, just place our first raid. And then, actually I think this is a misplay. So what I wanted to do was actually play Hades afterwards. But that just didn't happen. Like, I wanted to play Legendary Skeleton into Hades. Does it happen? I'm not actually sure. Oh yeah, now I remember. I just lethal them. So as you can see, Path of Purgatory, pretty strong. In combination with Milteo turn 9, it's a pretty okay long-term win con. Okay, so this is the third match I wanted to show you guys. A Shadowcraft mirror with another version of Shadowcraft. Okay, so there are a few versions of this deck, like I said, and the one I'm fighting right now has a completely different build from mine. So I wanted to show the distinction a bit here. And I'm going second, so you would think I'm kind of like unfavored, but actually it's not as unfavored as, for example, the item shop mirror getting second. So just by seeing they're playing Bonanza Necromancer, it's a very different deck from mine. They play Spirit Necromancer, which draws them 2 cards because of Bonanza. But this is the key. Having this card, Cloistered Sarkisian, is really key because it basically helps you a lot in like board presence. Like, look at this. I bury right twice, and it basically makes it a 5/5 that appears for free on turn 4. That's some Havencraft stuff, man. I thought Haven was supposed to do that stuff. Either way though, they try to do the same, or at least try to proc their own Sarkisian. In the end, I was able to proc first, and I decided to just do this so that I can start the barrier ride count for the invocation. And they're playing pretty funny here, just trying to make full value on these Sarkisians, but they don't even clear. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure about that. Like, that means you're giving up like 7 damage. No? Because I can just kill you just by evoing this. So I don't know about this. In the end, I decided to take the risk and just kill this and then play Sarkisian. The Dreadlord, as always, becomes fodder for the barrier rights. And then go face and heal for 3 and buff. It's pretty amazing. I swear, man, this deck is really broken. I'm not sure why they decided to nerf Sword, but not this. From my talking with other players, it might be that this deck requires a bit more skill than Sword, and it's also a bit less consistent too. So maybe that's it. Either way, that was kind of funny. They're cloistered. What's this guy's name actually? I keep forgetting. Oh, there he plays planes way too fast. I can't even see. Look at this. I can't even see the name of the cloistered something, and I just destroyed them. So they still have 8 damage on board. And here you can see Farron being played in almost every shadow deck right now. Cloistered Sarkisian, oh yeah, that's the name. Sorry guys, it's very late here, as you can probably tell from probably some lack of focus on my end. Hope at least it sounds fun. So in the end, they make their own huge board. Unfortunately, we don't have Hades to remove this with, so I just proc the barrier right and then play Milteo again. Well, I was about to play Milteo again, but I realized I could just kill their 8-3 with this. See how strong this guy is? He even heals me for 3. And I only have 2 cards in hand. I'm not that afraid now. But then again, look at this, Aisha. So this is the other variant of the deck, which kind of storms you down with Aisha. And I think also the ones who... What's his name? He who once rocked. Yeah, how did I mess that up? Whatever. Either way though, as you can see, their variant focuses on just attacking our face. Unfortunately, I have cards to heal our face and also clear their board. So in the end, I just play my stuff, have my ward there, and then play this for good measure. And faced with this board, what can they do realistically? They play Fatal Order and summon the Rocker, but really, what could they do? Nothing really, so let's just concede. So yeah, this deck's pretty broken. Okay guys, so that was the deck and gameplay. How good is this deck? I would say very, very good. Like, I wouldn't consider myself a very top player. I would consider myself very average. And if an average player like me can get a lot of wins, like for example, 8 wins out of 9 with this deck, I think it's kind of a bit broken. Really, the thing that really makes it broken though, as you can see from all my games I showed you here, is Cloistered Sarkistan. Of course, you can win without him, but he just makes everything so much easier. He just basically does too many things. And then with the Grimoire package, you can also play stuff like Friends Forever to just to avoid OTKs. And the new legendaries showing up here are super powerful too. And of course, you have Hades to kill your opponent with. So yeah, very, very, very strong deck. I recommend it if you want to climb ladder, though maybe Sword would be faster. But I think this could be more fun than Sword, I think. Is it broken though? Does it need a nerf? Maybe. You guys decide. Thanks for watching. Give it a thumbs up if you liked this video. Give me a sub if you loved it. Have a nice day.